First responders. First responders. First responders. First responders. First responders.
Welcome to the very first episode of First Responders. I am your host, Honesty.
And I am your host, Morpheus.
And we are here to talk about what everybody's waiting for, all you WWE fans out there. We are here to talk about none other than Wrestlemania 32, taking place in Dallas in the great state of Texas.
So,
already, I don't even know what to expect. I honestly don't think it's going to be better than WrestleMania 31, even though they were pushing this thing to be better than 31, even 2 years before it was even supposed to take place. But I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean, I guess based on all the injury lists,
yep,
people injured like Cesaro, Rollins, Cena, and it's a lot of jobbers.
Even Nikki Bella. I mean,
Nikki Bella too. Hey, you're right. Absolutely. I mean,
yeah.
Why couldn't it be Brie, right? Anyways,
Bremo
kind of went too far there. Let's go ahead and talk about the first match: Usos versus the Dudley Boys.
Yeah. This one for sure, I'm glad is a pre-show match. I mean, you got the Busos.
Then you got the Deadly Botches. Those damn Dudleys. I mean, I don't even know. I don't really even care what to expect, to be honest. It's kind of one of those. I kind of wish they would put it in the middle of the show, just so you can go. You know, if you run out of beers, you can go down and buy a couple. You know,
yeah.
You wouldn't have to worry about missing that one. But I mean, it is the pre-show, and they are getting their WrestleMania moment, and good for them. But hey,
I mean, here's the reason why I kind of feel this way also. I mean, you're going to watch a match that the move list is as narrow as, I don't know, my asshole.
Whoa. Hey, PG show, man. PG show.
Yeah, sorry. We'll edit it out.
It's all right.
And so anyway, I mean, you got the Busos always throwing super kicks. That's all they do. Super kicks.
And Samoan drops.
And a splash.
And that Izaguri. I think they hit that a couple of times also. I mean,
yeah, but 80% of their moves are just super kicks.
They're stolen. They're like Ziggler.
Pretty much.
All Ziggler, Tyler Breeze, all those guys, they just do super kicks.
And what's even worse about it is they're twins. I mean, now you got one person stealing moves. Now double that.
Exactly. I mean, let's talk about the outcomes here, the predictions. Absolute best prediction of mine would be to have WWE somehow come out and just cancel the match and just let them know that there's not going to be enough time for their...
Just have Vince McMahon come out and say, "You're fired."
Oh, that would be something. That's absolutely the best outcome right there. But in all honesty, I think the best outcome for this match to actually be, a semi-decent match is to just have one of the guys, whether it's Devon or Bubba Ray, go through two tables and bring back that ECW vibe. It's where they came from. I think the Usos can pull it off. I mean, you saw what Kalisto did to... I don't know if it was Jay or Jimmy Uso off of the top of the ladder onto the table.
Yes.
I mean, that was insane.
That was amazing.
So
I got to hand that to the Busos.
Yep. And, they do definitely have it in them. But honestly, my prediction is just simple outcome with Usos coming out on top.
Yeah, I'm sure the Dudley Boys have to put them over on this one.
Yep. And plus, coming from TNA, I'm pretty sure the company already doesn't really much like them.
Yeah.
It's, just because they were with competition. They were with WWE. They left. They went to another company, and now they're back, and it's just like they never even got the tag titles to be 11-time champions, so it doesn't really matter for anyone, really.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Let's move on to the next match. We got Team Total Divas versus Team Bad and Blonde. Worst.
Wow.
I mean, come on. Why you couldn't just make it a Divas Battle Royal? Keep that WrestleMania Divas Battle Royal thing going. You know, I thought they did that every year.
I gotta say, I think this is something like elementary school, and I that whole give divas a chance or divas a revolution, whatever. They're treating it like they're elementary students. Like, how about me? How about me?
Yeah.
Where's I want to be on the show, you know?
Yeah,
and they're
this
just
isn't-
like throw everybody in there, you know?
It's like a talent show in an auditorium.
Yeah, I mean, you got Eva Marie at WrestleMania. Come on. I mean, she can't even do a body slam.
Yeah, I don't agree with that one bit.
That's,
and I mean,
that's just horrible.
I mean, you could tell she's really trying to really soak in that hate from the fans, but you could tell it's bothering her still. To this day,
Pretty
it's still
much.
bothering her. But with my prediction, I think the best possible outcome for this match would probably be to have, you know what, Naomi win the match. Naomi takes the pinfall and pins Paige, because apparently Paige is taking a lot of shit. Excuse me. Paige is taking a lot of crap from a lot of the from the company itself, losing a lot of her matches. So I think she's most likely going to take the fall on this one, and Naomi's going to be the one to pin her. And that's hopefully what I think would happen, because that'll give Naomi the boost that she definitely deserves.
You know,
she's a great wrestler. She's a great wrestler.
You know, I gotta say my side prediction, I would say, I kind of say the Team Total Divas are gonna win, only to promote their show, and also bring Eva Marie's status up. For some strange reason, the company is all balls deep with Eva Marie.
Right, but who do you think is going to take the pinfall?
I think whoever's going to take the pinfall, you know what? I honestly think this, but I feel like Eva Marie is gonna be the one that takes the pinfall, pretty much makes the pinfall, wins the match, because I do have. But it's not going to be her that's going to do the damage. It's going to be someone else from her team. And I think she's just going to steal the spotlight from them. It's going to be something like that. Then I guess, like, I think Paige is going to do the damage. Eva Marie is going to pin. And that's going to cause some type of animosity.
You know what, though? Coming from your outcome, I think... if that were to happen, I think Brie Bella would probably do the damage, only because of the whole Daniel Bryan leaving. They're going to give her a little WrestleMania moment. But then again, I think WWE, they're just going to go ahead and let Brie Bella win the match, just to kind of give back to her what Daniel Bryan gave to the company. And I think that's what's going to happen. That's the route that the WWE is going to go for.
That's a good one.
I mean, it's kind of like... low blow to the fans. I mean, yeah, we get it. I mean, in all honesty, I like Daniel Bryan, but you know, I'm not much of a Brie fan. You know, I don't think. I think a lot of people feel the same way.
Yeah, so. I mean, we heard it numerous times. She would talk to. She would talk like she's a very good wrestler to others, trying to give them pointers on everything. And it's like, truth be told, you need to work on it yourself. I mean, Nikki Bella is a much more better wrestler than her, and there is a reason why she was the Divas champ, reigning over what's her name? AJ Lee.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah, those are our predictions.
So yeah, final prediction for that one: Brie Bella wins pinfall. probably pin Summer Rae.
And I say Eva Marie is the one who wins by pinfall and pins. Yeah, I'd say Summer Rae also. I think Summer Rae is going to take it. Yeah, so
I think if Summer Rae had a pretty face, she would definitely be the biggest diva right now. But because of that, because she lacks the external part.
I got to say, maybe. I'm sorry, I just thought about this, but maybe Lana is gonna win somehow. She's gonna make the pinfall somehow. That is definitely a maybe on my part.
Okay, so final prediction. Just throw it out there. I'm gonna say Brie Bella.
Okay, I'm gonna say Eva Marie still.
All right, let's move on. Let's go on to Kalisto versus Ryback. In other words, garbage versus bigger garbage.
Dumpster. Garbage versus dumpster. And I guess when Ryback says, feed me more, he's talking about some tortillas.
Talking about some trash right there in a freaking dumpster. Anyway, I think, honestly, this is my prediction. And I hope this happens. But I know WWE is not gonna. It's just gonna be like, oh, let the little guy have his shot. But Ryback needs his WrestleMania moment. He's been with the company a long time. I think Ryback should just come out and destroy Kalisto.
Agreed.
And just completely annihilate him.
Yeah, like no contest.
Yeah.
I mean, they did have a match before. It was it was actually a really well done match. Had a great. But that was when Ryback was a babyface, so there had to be some let back on Ryback's power. So now that he's a heel, he needs to pretty much destroy Kalisto, like not even give him a chance. And that'll actually make Ryback feared once more. The times where he was feuding with John Cena.
Yeah, not only that, I mean, I just feel like Kalisto's not really doing much with the U.S. Championship. I feel like it's completely wiped off of the entire company. Like, nobody even really cares about the U.S. Championship because it hasn't really been defended. Nobody really even remembers that Kalisto is the champion. Nobody even remembers about the U.S. Championship at all. I think if you give it to Ryback, and actually I'll explain why to Ryback, it'll make a lot of sense when we get onto the League of Nations and the New Day match, and why the prediction for that one will actually blend in with the Ryback winning the U.S. Championship. But
possibly.
Actually,
we might see a Ryback. I mean,
let's actually go ahead and talk about the League of Nations versus the New Day match right now, and then I'll go ahead and say why that's going to blend in with Ryback winning.
Okay.
So, League of Nations, worst faction. I don't think it's ever picked up. I don't think it was liked in the beginning a little bit, but I mean, come on, really? Nobody really cares. And I honestly,
they won't. I'll go ahead.
Well, I honestly think the way the League of Nations and the New Day match should end up is, first of all, it's not even a tag team title match. If League of Nations wins, that means we're going to see more of a New Day versus League of Nations beef, which is boring as heck. And I don't think it's worth it. I think it should just end at WrestleMania. And the way it should end is, I think Sheamus should accidentally bro kick Rusev. Accidentally bro kick Rusev. New Day takes the pin, wins the match. Then the League of Nations just splits. They just start attacking each other. If they do that, and they all these guys become solo wrestlers, solo performers, you got Sheamus representing Ireland. You got Alberto Del Rio representing Mexico. You got Rusev representing Bulgaria. They all go after, separately, the U.S. Championship. Ryback being from the United States, it would make the United States Championship a world war
pretty
kind of
much
thing.
a brutal beatdown.
Create a fatal 4-way match between those 4 wrestlers.
They're all brutes. They're all brutes.
Exactly. Yeah. They're all big. Alberto Del Rio, not as big as the other ones, but he could definitely hang with them. I mean, the guy's yoked.
Well, I think Alberto Del Rio is much more yoked than King Barrett or.
Yeah, and King Barrett. I mean, who is that? What is he doing there? He never wrestles. I mean, what is he walking in and out of the ring for? Like, I mean, the guy doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a complete throwaway.
I think he's a joke, to be honest. But here's what I gotta say about that is that's actually a really good call on that. That's how they should book the whole thing. On top of that,
that'll make the U.S. Championship something to look forward to.
There is another thing. I mean, League of Nations, they haven't got a lot of credibility by the fans. I personally do not like League of Nations only because they really haven't been like. I mean, they should have been really powerful from the beginning. So shows that, okay, you should fear the League of Nations. But since the beginning, they were losing matches, you know? And they could even go as far as having Rusev, have Ryback join League of Nations, meaning America, the superpower.
Oh, with the League of Nations.
Yeah, it's like they've been missing out on, it's like Voltron, you know, or they've been missing out on the true power of the world. So if they had Ryback join them, then they would be pretty scary. I mean, they could kick, what's his name? They could kick Wade Barrett out of there and have Ryback join them because honestly, it's just they're just lacking power, you know? They're constantly losing their matches, and I don't know. Sheamus was the world champion, for crying out loud. I mean, out of nowhere, they just threw him with the faction, you know?
Yeah, and but that's the thing. I mean, I feel like the faction just should completely end, and they should all split and represent their country solo.
Better.
You know, represent their country solo, make fatal 4-way matches, make USA versus Mexico, make Mexico versus Ireland, make Ireland. But, you know, it'll just bring this kind of like, because you're starting to get a lot of soccer chants now out of fans, and they could definitely partake in that for those kind of matches. But again, I think a fatal 4-way between Ryback, Sheamus, Del Rio, and Rusev would be prime. In fact, that should have been set up before WrestleMania 32 to try to get that on one of the matches. But regardless, New Day wins that match. That's my prediction.
And my prediction, New Day. Yes.
Yeah, New Day, they can't be stopped. They're one of the best right now. Let's go on to Andre the Giant Memorial.
Oh, yeah.
I got something interesting for this one. So let me begin by saying here, Social Outcast are going to play a prime role here. Social Outcast, the Wyatt family, Big Show, Kane. Okay? I think Braun Strowman is going to take out the Big Show. And I think the Wyatt family together, they're going to take out Kane. I don't think Kane's going to win. A lot of people would predict Kane just because he's a veteran. He deserves. I mean, the guy's been world champion. I don't think Andre the Giant Memorial is something that he absolutely needs.
Plus, he put a lot of work in the company. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what I'm thinking. Should absolutely 100% happen. Okay. One thing that I know a lot of fans have been noticing, and me myself also have been noticing this, is which main character of Social Outcast does Social Outcast make fun of? Who would that be? Every time he talks, they make fun of him.
Hold on.
He says something, and they're like, dude, what?
Oh, yeah. Curtis Axel.
No, Curtis Axel makes fun of him. But who is it that is being made fun of?
It's either
Adam Rose.
Adam Rose?
Yeah.
I thought it was more Bo Dallas.
No. Bo Dallas. No, they always back each other up.
Okay, so Adam Rose.
Adam Rose always says something in regard, like, what are you talking about? That has nothing to do with us, remember? Okay, so I think this is what should absolutely happen, and that is it's between the Wyatts and Social Outcast for the Andre the Giant Memorial. At this point, you don't know who's going to win. You don't know if Social Outcast is going to ditch each other to try to, like, crabs in a bucket and try to get that statue, or if it's going to be the Wyatt family who's going to do that, or if, Strowman and Rowan are just going to help Bray Wyatt just win it, just so he could take the statue. What I think should absolutely happen is Adam Rose dirts Social Outcast and backstabs them. And when that happens, we see Leo Kruger.
Ooh.
Leo Kruger comes back and joins the Wyatt family to replace Luke Harper.
What's wrong with Luke Harper?
Luke Harper is out on injury. With the rest of them. But I mean, I honestly think that would be the best outcome: is have Adam Rose do a complete heel turn and turn back into Leo Kruger and join the Wyatt family.
Yeah,
it would make the Wyatt family extremely strong. It would make them the faction that nobody can beat. No one. And at this point, it's like Roman Reigns is beating everybody and everybody in sight. And I feel like if you create a faction like the Wyatt family to be unstoppable, completely unstoppable, even Braun Strowman is getting his ass kicked.
You know what? They need agility. That's true.
They do need agility. They just have big men.
They just have, pretty much slow force power, but it's like really, really strong power. Yeah, they don't have agility at all.
But I'm telling you guys, if you don't know who Leo Kruger is, that is Adam Rose's gimmick and he was Leo Kruger in NXT and even before NXT.
Yeah, you guys should check him out.
But check him out. He was pretty much I don't want to say the original Bray Wyatt, but he was a Bray Wyatt type of character. Very creepy, mercenary pretty much. I think if he brings that character back and joins the Wyatt family, it would be amazing. That would make the Andre the Giant Memorial. That would make that match something to remember. It would definitely give the audience a WrestleMania.
Plus, I think the audience would love that heel turn.
Yeah, absolutely. They would absolutely.
I know I would.
But in all honesty, I mean, WWE outcome, I don't think they're going to go that route. I hope they do, but I think it's just going to go to Bray Wyatt somehow, some way. He's just going to win the statue. But then again, Bray Wyatt doesn't really need it. So my final prediction...
I'm thinking, you know what? I'm thinking Kane. Yeah, I think the last two is going to be Kane. And definitely the last one has to be, or the last two has to consist of the Big Show. I think the Big Show is always going to be the last one because he's the giant. He's the one that
final
have to
four.
Take out to
you know
win.
What? Okay, in that case, WWE outcome here, final four. Big Show, Kane, Bray Wyatt, and Strowman. That will be 2-on-2. Because lately, Kane and Big Show have been buddy-buddy.
Yeah, because, you saw what happened in Royal Rumble when Kane and Big Show teamed up. They pretty much destroyed everybody. Yeah. They threw everyone out.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what's going to happen. And I think they know they need to take that route. But I'm just going to go ahead and say Bray Wyatt on this one.
For sure. I say Kane.
Let's move on to the Kevin Owens Intercontinental match. Let's see. Who do you think is going to take this one?
Kevin Owens Intercontinental. Okay. I have something to say about this match. I think it's just ridiculous that they threw random, Zack Ryder. The hell did you do to get to a WrestleMania event? That's how they're just running out of talent, man.
Yeah, and he couldn't wait to come to the main roster with Mojo Rawley. I don't understand.
I don't understand his gimmick. He's
I don't get his gimmick either in the WWE.
He's like Zack Ryder at Raw.
And then he's
Long
Hype Bro.
Island Iced Tea, and then he's Hype Bro in NXT. Yet we haven't seen him in NXT in a while. We haven't seen Mojo Rawley in a while. I don't know whether Mojo Rawley is injured or not. I actually haven't done my research on that. Get back to you on that. But I don't know what's going on. And on Edge and Christian show, he comes out, Hype Bro, yeah. It's you don't mention it once on Raw, bro.
He's a regular now.
So
ridiculous.
So I gotta say, putting the Intercontinental Championship that used to be such a prestigious championship. Now they're just, I think it's just a circus, man. I mean, my prediction is it's going to be Kevin Owens, and I know it's gonna be Kevin Owens because I think it just wouldn't be fair if he lost on a match like that.
You know what? I mean, I do have to say, Kevin Owens is definitely my prediction. Like realistically, my prediction to win the match. But I honestly think it should be someone else, and in my opinion, it should be The Miz. The only reason I say The Miz is because I don't like Dolph Ziggler. The guy recycles every single move there is in the book. He recycles the super kick. For God's sakes, he's doing the sweet chin music stomp. Come on.
Yes,
man.
that's just horrible, man.
Like, stop that. That ain't your move. Don't do that.
Yeah,
okay?
That's not cool,
You want a
bro.
super kick? Go ahead and super kick. I mean, it's already bad enough, but don't be doing that sweet chin music stomp. That's not yours.
And then you got the famouser.
Like what? Yeah, the famouser, exactly. And then you got the Sting Splash. He does that.
Yeah.
And then he does
freaking DDTs, millions of DDTs. I'm just all right. Like honestly,
we get it. I mean, he's got a lot of charisma and he's got a lot of energy, and he's probably the best. But it's like, Dolph, quit reaching for the ropes when you don't have to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like yeah, exactly.
Like, and you just like
crawling like an eel.
Yeah, squeal around like an electric eel all over the ring, and it's like,
bro,
come on. Sami Zayn's not gonna win it. I'm gonna tell you why. Is because he's gonna have that. He's gonna have that match at NXT.
Yeah,
so he's obviously gonna be winded.
And I gotta
say, that's gonna be his out for that one.
Zack Ryder, you could forget about him, and I gotta say, I mean, it'll be a good thing if Kevin Owens loses if they start pushing him to World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's the thing. If Kevin Owens loses, then he can have that beef with that storyline with Stephanie McMahon. But then again, if Shane McMahon wins...
Yep, and we'll get to that later.
If Shane McMahon wins, then there is really no Stephanie McMahon. But then again, he can have a storyline with Shane and tell him that, oh, Stephanie McMahon screwed him over, this and that. He wants his rematch, blah, blah, blah. And I think Shane should just come out and say it. There are no more rematches. There are no rematch clauses.
Yeah.
Right now. Everything's going to start fresh. That's what I think. And that will piss off Kevin Owens because he's going to go back to the bottom of the ladder for no reason. All because he lost a ladder match and a 6-man ladder match on top of all of that. I think it's the best possible storyline for Kevin Owens, for Shane McMahon. I think they could definitely put together some good chemistry together and really drive this one home. But we'll see. I mean, in all honesty, my prediction is The Miz wins the Intercontinental Championship and brags about it, and, you know, with his heel self, and hopefully has a storyline against Damian Sandow for that Intercontinental title.
That'll be great.
That would be awesome. But, you know, as a revenge kind of storyline. But WWE outcome, in all honesty, I'm going to go with Kevin Owens.
Yep. Kevin Owens for me, too.
Okay, let's move on to... let's just do the Divas title match real quick. Triple threat between Sasha Banks, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch with Ric Flair at ringside. I'm going to say Ric Flair's going to do something. It's going to screw over. It's going to I guess backfire on them and screw over Charlotte, and Sasha Banks is going to pick up the win, and Sasha Banks is going to be your new Divas champion because we do need some title changes.
Yes. I say Sasha Banks too. Can't really talk much about this one. It's kind of self-explanatory. These divas are actually doing a real good job, I gotta say, with their storyline. Sasha Banks, she's amazing. Becky Lynch, yes, she's really good too. And Charlotte, stay heel. I'm just saying, stay heel. You're doing an amazing job as a heel.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say. You're amazing.
Absolutely.
My respect for you gone
through the
roof when you became heel. Cause
she plays the best heel diva, hands down. We'll move on over to AJ versus Y2J, which I think honestly is going to be the match of the night. only because technically,
Yes.
wrestling-wise, they're both extremely talented. I think there's a reason why
They put them both in the same ring.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That last time they fought together, it was amazing. I don't think this is going to be anything less than that. It's going to be way better than their last fight. So I'm in the end of the day, I'm going to go with AJ Styles on this one.
AJ Styles, 100%.
And honestly, he's got to hit the Styles Clash.
Yes, man. You only did it once or twice?
I think one time.
He only did it one time, and the guy kicked out.
I don't think he kicked out.
He
though.
kicked out of the Styles
he did
Clash.
kick out.
That was horrible. I mean,
Was that Kofi Kingston?
No. He did it. It was against Chris Jericho.
Oh, that's right.
Chris Jericho kicked out of the Styles Clash, but I really want to see a Styles Clash. For sure he has to do a Styles Clash. It's WrestleMania, man. And
and the best I think the best move right now in the WWE is his springboard backflip into a scorpion death drop.
Yeah,
that is hands
amazing.
down the most amazing move I've ever seen. Like, that's AJ Styles for you.
Yeah,
know?
he's amazing. Oh, I followed his work from TNA. Bro, that guy's amazing. I can't. Phenomenal, like literally phenomenal. But yeah, we gotta say, AJ Styles 100%. He's gonna win, and Chris Jericho won't hesitate to put him over. You know, I already know there's a lot of respect between those two, so that is really cool. I like this. I can't wait for this match.
Yeah, this is gonna be amazing. Well, we got 3 more matches here to talk about. We got the Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. We got the Shane versus Undertaker, and we got Triple H versus Reigns. Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. Real quick, let's go with this one. Obviously, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar is gonna take it.
I think Dean Ambrose is definitely gonna give him a fight, only because he can use weapons. But as far as match outcome, it's got to go to Brock Lesnar. Only because Brock Lesnar, I think his contract states he will never lose a WrestleMania match as long as he's with the WWE. I mean, the guy's favored by the company, and he deserves it. He deserves it, man. Suplex City all the way. He's
amazing. It's so fun watching Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
He's more fun to watch now than he was back in 2003.
He's a true fighter. The man is a true fighter. On top of that, so I mean, Brock Lesnar's going to take it as far as the Wyatts interfering. I mean, I don't really know if they should. I just feel like they've already done it, and they keep doing it, and nothing comes out of it, and it's just like you keep pushing the envelope, and you're like, it's like you're forcing a storyline that's kind of teasing the fans. Even with that whole stupid match between Brock Lesnar and Bray Wyatt and Harper.
That was horrible, man. That was horrible.
Come on. Like,
Bray Wyatt didn't do anything.
Nothing. So it's just like, I don't really care anymore about the Wyatts interfering. I hope they don't. I just hope it's a legitimate street fight with weapons and blood and gore and you name it. Like, I just really hope
I hope Bray Wyatt, I hope the Wyatts just
stay out of it.
Because
like, Bray Wyatt, I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's some kind of injury you're going through, a sprained shoulder or what it may be, but it's like, you're a very talented wrestler. If you're going to get in the ring, wrestle, man.
I'm sick of that. Yeah, I'm really tired of that.
Maybe it's not your fault. Maybe it's the writers, but like, come on. Don't put Bray Wyatt in the ring and have him stand there. What is he, freaking manager all of a sudden?
Yeah, I mean, going on talking about how he's the one who could slay the beast and spitting lines from the book of Revelations, talking about the beast with the 7 heads and 10 horns. You know, it's like, come on, bro. Your promos are amazing, man. I love your promos. I love how you hype yourself up. And then when it comes to ring time, you don't even wrestle, man. Like, I don't know. I hope that doesn't happen again. That was horrible. And I got to say, Luke Harper, thank you, bro. You're making the Wyatts look good because you're the one that's throwing yourself out there.
Yeah.
And
freaking hardcore for a big man.
Hardcore for a big man, I got to say.
Yeah.
Harper, you keep it up, man.
So Brock Lesnar on that one for
Brock
sure.
Lesnar for sure.
Let's move on. Shane McMahon
Undertaker
versus The Undertaker.
Now, this is a hard one. This is something. Since the match was booked, I've been thinking every possible way how they could do this. And it's like, it's just mind-boggling. It's like whenever you think what happens after death somehow, you kind of get stopped at one point. So I think like I know Shane is gonna win. I know,
But that's the thing. I mean, you said, I guess,
the writers know.
behind
The writers
curtains.
for sure know that the people, the fans, they want Shane McMahon to win. The writers know that. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Either piss us off, try to create it in such a great way that, like, in such a unique type of way that Shane McMahon could win. Like somehow it's like, no way, kind of surprise us. I mean, that'll be amazing if they could do that.
No, the match has got to be theatrical. I do think what you said earlier backstage, that Vince McMahon is going to play a pivotal role in this one. He is definitely, because Vince McMahon, he's going to
For
be
sure.
ringside. He's going to definitely sit ringside
For
and play
sure.
a pivotal role. But my whole prediction on this one, I honestly think, and we haven't talked about him yet, but he's the one that's getting all the WrestleMania buzz, is The Rock, is going to come out and interfere this match specifically. I don't think he's going to do the Roman Reigns one. At first I thought maybe he would interfere against Triple H and with the help Roman Reigns win the title back. But I
think
don't
people are
think
gonna
that's
hate
going to
him more.
happen because, I mean, he's done that. And to do that again and get booed, to go through that humiliation, like, I don't think he's going to want to do that ever again. I mean, come on. Like, I honestly think The Rock should come out and interrupt the match and let Shane win, help Shane win. And the only reason I say that is because that will book a Rock versus Undertaker match in the future. And I'm sure that's what The Rock wants. He wants a Undertaker and Rock match.
Has that ever happened? The Rock and Undertaker WrestleMania? No, huh?
I don't think it's a... that's a good question. I don't know, I'd have
We
to
gotta
look
look that up. But
But regardless, I mean, it's just like The Rock. It would be The Rock versus Undertaker. A lot of people think John Cena, but I don't see why John Cena would interrupt against to put the Authority out again. I mean, he failed the first time at Survivor Series that one year, and I don't even see him being much of a anti-authority kind of wrestler anyway. I feel like everybody knows that the Authority likes him, that Vince McMahon likes him, that Triple H likes him. Everybody talks great about him. So I don't think John Cena interrupting the match and ending the Authority would make any sense.
you know what? Here's what I gotta say, my prediction.
And a lot of people are also saying Sting, but Sting, right?
I was about to say that. Sting. And it sort of makes sense if Sting interrupts, only because
he hates the Authority.
he hates the Authority. Yet, and Shane McMahon was the one who took over WCW. So I'm sure he has ties with Sting somehow. And if Sting Sting helping Shane McMahon beat The Undertaker, that is what's going to cause Sting versus Undertaker WrestleMania for WrestleMania 33. Because he has already talked about it on the press conferences. He said his match he really wants, his number one match he wanted since he joined the WWE was to verse The Undertaker. That's his number one dream match. And I'm sure that'll be a really good match if it was Sting and Undertaker.
Yeah, just kind of like the same way how Undertaker interrupted Brock Lesnar when he almost won the title back from Seth Rollins. How it went 1, 2, and then
Ding.
ding,
Yeah.
everything went black, and Undertaker came out and interrupted the whole thing.
Sting could do that too.
can
His
do
character does that too.
Sting also does that. Sting can definitely do that back to Undertaker.
Yep.
Not as a revenge because that's what he did
And
to
guess
Brock
what?
Lesnar, but just as a kind of karma.
Guess
I
what?
guess you will.
They're Hell in a Cell. There is no no disqualification.
Yeah.
He could use the baseball bat. On top of that, let's say the cell is closed. Sting's character could actually show up inside the cell.
And that will make it extremely amazing. Yeah.
I mean, you can't
You
turn
know
off
what?
the lights and have The Rock come in,
I take that back. I mean, yeah,
I
The
honestly,
Rock interrupting it would be, I guess, I don't know. I guess The Rock is just there to just do a promo in the beginning of the show.
I think Rock is there to do a promo because they don't have Hogan.
I'm gonna go with that Sting prediction right there too. I like that one. That's actually I actually like that prediction. That's a good one.
Yeah, now imagine if Hogan came out in the beginning as a surprise. The Rock comes out, throws a promo, and says, "Well, we got somebody else for you," and then. No,
Yeah, that would be amazing.
That would be really cool. I think I kind of think a lot of people are gonna cry.
Yeah, I think Hulk Hogan should just come out and start flashing out $100 bills because of that $100 million lawsuit that he just won.
And he just says, Gawker has been destroyed.
Yeah, well, let's talk about the last match right here. The main event.
Roman Reigns.
Oh, wait, so
Triple H.
final prediction on Shane versus Undertaker. Shane wins.
Shane McMahon, I gotta
say.
say.
McMahon's.
I mean, if he doesn't win, I mean, that's just gonna make I don't know. That's gonna make a lot of people angry, and even. Who knows? What if they do a double count draw, and then they...
I mean, that would kind of be cool, too.
I mean, that'll kind of be cool,
they're kind of doing that too many times already.
Yeah, it's been like they should have saved them.
Yeah, they should have definitely saved it for this one. But let's go on to Triple H versus Roman Reigns main event. I'm just going to go ahead and say if I'm predicting Shane would win the Undertaker match, with that prediction, I'm going to go ahead and say Triple H should win this one. Only reason why is because if Triple H doesn't run Raw anymore,
but he's the champion.
He's still the champion.
Yep.
And therefore, by being the champion,
he can remain.
You could come out and talk whatever you want to talk on the mic. You could come out and do whatever the hell you want to do. So I think, and that creates again another storyline with Triple H versus Shane McMahon.
Here's what I gotta say. I mean, it'll be a super obvious if Roman Reigns wins, but I think Triple H is gonna win due to probably Seth Rollins coming in and interfering and helping out Triple H win. I think Seth Rollins is gonna make an appearance and help Triple H beat Roman Reigns, and on top of that, when Seth Rollins is back, I think Seth Rollins is gonna try, just like how he did when Cena's team on Survivor Series beat the Authority, how Ziggler beat the Authority and pretty much kicked them out. And what happened? Seth Rollins came back. So not came back, but Seth Rollins pretty much
saved the day.
Brought them back.
Brought the Authority back.
Brought the Authority back just by John Cena saying, okay.
All right, fine. Just don't break his neck.
Yeah, And I think Seth Rollins is going to play a major part on bringing the Authority back somehow. Hell, who knows? What if Seth Rollins wants to verse Shane McMahon?
I think that's definitely gonna happen. Shane McMahon versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
I think that should definitely happen. It's just it would be amazing. That would be sick.
Yeah, that'll be a great match.
Yeah, and Triple H. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm going with Triple H on this one to win, only because
it could cause a better storyline.
Way better storylines
later.
Yeah,
I mean, you have Roman Reigns wins. It's kind of like.
Not only that, it's just like if Roman Reigns wins, it's like, oh, okay, he's already a 3-time world heavyweight champion.
That's already pushing him towards the face of the company.
Yeah, like, come on,
people will already catch on to that.
And then what? Like, come on, like they're making this guy unstoppable. They're making him as if like he cannot lose the belt. How did he lose the belt last time at a Royal Rumble? And he was the first one in the match. Like, they're making him so unstoppable that he cannot win a regular match. I mean, people were hating John Cena for that, and they're doing the same thing to Roman Reigns, and that's why people are hating Roman Reigns.
I gotta say, I do respect Roman Reigns. He's a really good wrestler.
Yeah, he's a great wrestler.
He's a showman, in other words, you know? I think he's a really good wrestler. You know, his promos are getting better. And on top of that, him, you know, having this mixed reaction garbage from the WWE universe, like, I'm sorry, but I know women and children, just like with John Cena, women and children cheer for John Cena, women and children cheer for Roman Reigns. And it's the men, the grown-ass men, who boo these wrestlers. And I don't think it's from talent. I think it's just from jealousy. You know, you guys need to stop that.
I agree.
They're coming in day after day, pretty much doing week after week, trying to put on a good show for everyone. And you know what they do? They put on a good show, and you can't deny that. Like on Raw when Roman Reigns did that jump off the ring, you know? People were chanting, "You still suck." Like, come on, you know, that's not right. Like, you guys need to.
John Cena was putting on, with those open U.S. challenges, John Cena was putting on high caliber quality matches. I mean, come on. You cannot deny that.
He was stealing the show every week.
Everyone. He put on 3 amazing matches with Kevin Owens. He put on a great match with Cesaro. He put on a great match with Wade Barrett.
And what?
I'm sorry,
but what about when Kurt Angle was around back when he was in the WWE? People were just booing him, saying "you suck." Man, that just pissed him off, man. Like, that's why he left WWE. Because
and then what happened?
The fans.
Now what's gonna happen? He's gonna come back, and you guys
people are
all
gonna cheer for him.
Oh, because he's old school. Yeah. That's why. Like, shut up.
Just like when Brock Lesnar left back then. Last match was with Goldberg in WrestleMania. You guys were booing him when he was a UFC fighter. Now he comes back. The man was a champion in UFC. Now he comes back. People are chanting Suplex City. Like, what bandwagon you guys are hopping on? You guys should have been cheering for him in the first place because he was throwing really good matches at you. The person you should have booed was for Goldberg, and you guys cheered for him. Like, he was the guy that didn't know how to wrestle. You guys cheered for him. That just shows you how much the writers have so much control over your pitiful little minds.
I agree. Well said.
I gotta say, man, like, you guys, for all those WWE grown universe, men out there, like, you're jealous. You're throwing boos at these wrestlers just cause everybody else is. You know what? Just because that fat dude on the corner eating Cheetos does it, like, you're a joke, bro. Like,
you would love to be anybody. No matter how much you hate John Cena, you would love to be John.
Exactly.
John Cena. You would love to be really.
You'd love to be with
really
Nikki
putting
Bella.
it in Nikki Bella. Hell, John Cena's the type
5-star restaurants.
John Cena can, like he said, like Morpheus said before. I mean, you got women and children, mothers, who love John Cena. John Cena literally is the one man alive that can walk around. He could be the ultimate MILF hunter.
Straight up, John Cena could be doing your wife, and then you're just like, boo, you know. Go ahead, go in the corner and boo him while he's doing your wife, bro. I bet you when you go do your wife is probably thinking about John Cena, you know. But then she can't because when she feels the physicalness from you fat losers.
With all honesty, guys, we're John Cena fans.
And that was my Morpheus rant of the day.
Well, all right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. It's a good way to start the first episode of WrestleMania predictions and a little rant. The rant that you heard at the end by Morpheus, that's pretty much what this show is going to be. If we have to attack the WWE universe to get our word across.
Pretty much.
We are with you guys, but we are against you guys as well.
Also.
So, you know, comment below, Facebook us, tweet us, whatever you want. Let us know what you think. hopefully we'll definitely do a post-WrestleMania show, see which predictions we got right, which ones we got wrong, and go from there and then predict what's going to happen on Raw after that.
And for the kids out there, say no to drugs.
Stay in school.
Stay in school. Keep your head straight. Yes.
Say your
prayers. Eat your vitamins. And do what you got to do.
All right, guys. Good night.